All right, Larry Krueger here at Levi's Stadium for the Pig and a Pickle Crew Show with a little recap of everything that happened on this Monday down here in Santa Clara, at least on the practice field. So we just walked off the practice field minutes ago, and good practice. A little bit out of breath, but two guys that really look great right now are D. Winters and Nick Martin. Both those guys, it's funny, you put the linebackers with speed and power, you put these guys in pads and allow them to hit, and it's amazing how dominant they start to look. Jones had a throw on out to Tongas in the flat, and Nick Martin closed that space down in an instant. It was awesome. It was incredible to watch. Nick Martin is looking really, really good out here on the practice field. D. Winters later in the practice had an interception. D. Winters is flying right now, flying around, looking really good. So I would say right now Winters looks like has a slight edge over Martin, but they both look good. Both looked really, really good. Another guy who's looking good out here is Jacob Robinson, the rookie undrafted corner, number 49 out of BYU. He had a PBU. He just looked really, really good. In the individual drills, before the team drills, CJ West, man. CJ West put on a show today, guys. I mean, it was amazing. From the elbow to the fingertip, this guy is just violent. I mean, he's just ragdolling guys, and he's, in the one-on-ones, he just shows his strength. And, somebody asked me to describe CJ West in a word or in a phrase, and I would just say plug and play, man. He's plug and play. He's going to start at defensive tackle from game one on. He's just so violent with his hands. He's so violent with his hands that it makes him a really good pass rusher, strong against the run. He stays lateral and square and kind of slides around. I mean, he's really impressive. He is a really impressive young defensive tackle. And he's not a workout warrior guy. He really isn't. He's a football player. He's an old school football player. He looked good today. Corey Kiner had another day. Kiner is impressive. He has explosive run power. He runs through arm tackles. He twists and turns and fights and claws. And I mean, it's like, he's a beast, man. He's not easy to tackle. And at the end of each run, he's running 10, 12, 15 yards down the field. Corey Kiner, really explosive, really looked good. D. Winters had a big hit early in practice. As I said, Winters and Martin looked fantastic. Purdy hit Kittle for a touchdown on the sideline. Kittle had a nice run after that. Purdy looked pretty sharp. Ricky Pearsall had a diving, sliding catch in the middle of the field. That was impressive. Pearsall also had a catch and run later on in practice. That was impressive. So definitely it was a good practice for Ricky Pearsall, who's starting to shake off the rust a little bit. Who else? Jordan James had a really nice catch down the field. Jordan James has got receiving ability. He's 5'9", he's 208 pounds or whatever. He doesn't look like a big target as a receiver, but he's got natural hands. And he caught the ball really naturally today out of the backfield, down the field. If there was another guy that I would say was the star of today's practice, Upton Stout. Upton Stout, the Niners, to me, the two guys that really stood out throughout the day at practice. One was the rookie corner, Upton Stout, number 20. He had a PBU on a pass that was intended for Ricky Pearsall that was really impressive. In fact, John Lund came up to me after practice like, hey man, did you see that Upton Stout PBU? And I'm like, yeah man, that was impressive. Upton Stout was all over the place, man. He just looks like a really, really good player. And the other guy was Marquise Sigle, the late round pick out of K-State, the safety. Man, he was wearing number 36. I didn't even know it was him. I kept seeing 36 flying in there. Marquise Sigle is a player. I mean, there's no question about that. Jones connected with Patrick Taylor on a really nice deep ball. We told you about D. Winters' interception off a tip pass from Jason Pinnock. We saw Mordecai hit Nair on a short pass on the sideline. We saw the defense really stuffed the reverse to Jordan Watkins. They really were all over that. But Jones hit Watkins later in practice on a crosser that looked really, really good. Purdy hit Christian McCaffrey on the sideline, and it was one of those where Christian caught it and then got both toes down on the sideline. Good concentration play there by Christian. Oh, I know who I wanted to tell you guys about. Huff was just absolutely so fast out of his stance today that he was beating Austin Pleasance, and Austin Pleasance was whiffing. Like, he wasn't even getting a finger on Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff was coming out of his stance, dipping that shoulder, and Austin Pleasance was whiffing. I mean, he wasn't making any contact at all with Huff. Huff, I'll say it right now, I think Huff is the best speed rusher the Niners have had opposite Nick Bosa since Bosa has been here. We saw Purdy connect on a deep ball down the field to Juice. And then this thing was in a total dime. It was just a perfect dime. The coverage was there. Juice made an amazing catch, and Purdy with just an absolute dime in the corner. We saw Sam Aquinu have a couple tip passes. He looked good today. Junior Bergen made a couple nice plays. I noticed him. Sigle was all... Oh, Jalen Graham had a great day at practice. Really good pass defense, diving all over the place, running all over the place. Jalen Graham was impressive. So, I mean, I would say that pretty much sums up what we saw here today. I would say the big stars, I mean, first of all, when the offensive tackles don't get a finger on you, you won the rep. I mean, there is no cleaner way to win a rep than dip the shoulder and Austin Pleasance is blocking air. So I would say Bryce Huff was the big winner today because he was just dominant. I would say C.J. West in the one-on-one drills, and Mikael Williams as well. Mikael Williams looks awesome. He really does in the uniform. Mikael Williams is raw, and it's going to take some time, but, man, you put Mikael Williams inside over the guard, and it's like, those guys, he's just way too quick for the guards. And he's, I think on a line that has Nick Bosa, where the line is going to slide to Bosa, I think Williams might clean up and get some sacks, but I'm pretty excited today about this defensive line. Huff looked really good. Williams looked really good. If there's one position group that I think looks fantastic, it's probably the linebacker group. All those guys look good. Jalen Graham, D. Winters, Nick Martin, Fred Warner. I mean, they all look really, really good. C.J. West looks fantastic up front. Connor Colby had a couple of nice blocks today on that offensive line. Kittle looked sharp, more DeMarcus Robinson. But if I would say in the story of the day, I would say it's probably Upton Stout and how good his coverage has been. Marquise Sigle and just how good Sigle is. He was everywhere, hitting, coverage. Sigle's a player, there's no doubt. He is the long-term answer for the 49ers at free safety. But I would say Upton Stout, Bryce Huff, Corey Kiner, Marquise Sigle, C.J. West, Juice and that amazing catch, D. Winters, Nick Martin, Mikael Williams. These were the guys that stood out. If I have to give an MVP of practice today, I'll probably give it to Bryce Huff. But then a close second will be Upton Stout and Marquise Sigle and C.J. West. So the rookies are looking good. Hope that gave you a good idea of practice. We'll do a full breakdown of everything that happened down here in a bit after I finish up on the radio. But thanks for supporting the Krug Show. Thanks to our sponsor, Pig and a Pickle. Thanks to all of you for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.